How's it going, Kingston? Welcome back to an NW3 video. Before it starts, I want to say a quick apology. I messed up my audio and I turned up the desktop, basically the game audio, and not my microphone. And I meant to turn up a microphone audio. So there are going to be times in this video where my voice is going to be a little drowned out by the game. I apologize for that. I'm sure you'll still be able to figure out what I'm saying. But I hope you guys enjoy, and as always, thank y'all. Welcome back, Kingston, to another Napoleonic Total War 3 battle. This is a map which I have not seen that much, but actually reminded me of a very old school map. Actually, the first map I ever played when I played NTW3, which was like a city defense. It was more like a village defense, but this is Toulouse. Toulouse, I think is actually how you pronounce it. And you have the French kind of sitting inside the city with one reinforcing army, with the coalition attacking from multiple sides, I believe. Now, this is a very, very bloody battle, and you know, I can promise that usually every time, because I usually find the ones where there's just bloodshed on both sides, and I mean like usually a 900 to 1,000 to 1,600 kills. That's what I consider each team member doing. That's a bloody battle. So buckle in, guys, for a bloodbath. And I'm gonna say the disclaimer: I came out the cold, so my voice may sound weird. I may. We'll see. We'll see how my voice does today. I woke up this morning feeling quite awful. So it's anyone's game how this is gonna work. But we have a huge cav charge starting this off from the 11-point Russia center. Looks like some dragoons. Actually, it would appear that the cav charge is going along the entire side here, with 8-point España rolling in on the flank, trying to trap a bunch of the coalition here. Now, there is a lot of infantry support for the coalition, so that is not going to go too well for the French. I would say, however, maybe some artillery general even may get stuck in this mess. But still, this is turning into a bit of a nasty mess of just cav. Now, if you like big old cav engagements, of course, this is glorious for you. I don't like big cav engagements. Usually, it's a huge gamble. Anyone can win. There's not really, it just becomes a modge podge. And it does look like France did not necessarily go off on the worst end, but they definitely did lose some cavalry. And they are getting pursued here. Now, they did break some of the coalition, mostly, I think UK actually. Yeah, they lost
Our men are running!
Some more dragoons. You can see France definitely getting chased down still. Some dragoons chasing down these French dragoons, but France is advancing to meet this coalition that's trying to go for maybe this hilltop. Now, let's go over the points. Before we get too far into this battle, you already saw there's an 11-pointer, an 8-pointer. In the town, you have a 7-point France-Russia Sud. And then you have your 9-point France, Italy. On the other side, we do have a, I believe, 9-point Austria, Italy. You have a 9-point UK, Portugal, a 9-point Russia, and another 9-point UK, Portugal. So a lot of UK on the field today. In Russia, well, this is a fun Russian faction. I've done a video on why Russia 9-pointer is a lot of fun. They have a lot of horse artillery. It looks like even some howitzers rolling up. I haven't seen any infantry yet, but they are bringing up quite the armada of artillery. This guy is like, you know what? Shoot it right at me. I took a bet before this battle started. I can take a cannonball. Now you can see this 7-pointer is being defensive. He is using the walls. Now, I've actually had a defense in the town using a very fragile, I can't remember exactly which French army it was. It was fragile, though. And, boy, was it was tough. It was tough. The walls kind of make it difficult. Sometimes the pathfinding, trying to get around the walls to attack, I don't think you actually can go through some of these walls, so you actually have to go through these choke points. So this 7-pointer could actually defend against a larger number of enemies, and it'd still be okay. Now, it looks like we do have the Austrians, at least I hope it's Austrians and not the HRE. Yeah, it looks like the Austrians. Pushing up here, you do see some...
We've taken a building, sir.
Some of the French army pushing up here on the flank. Now they, of course, are hidden right now. Part of them is hidden. But they are going to roll across this river, trying to get up to defend the flank. Oh, they have the Vistula Legion. They have the Polish. Very nice. Love the Polish. Very, very good infantry. Now, they do have an LOC. They did stick in the Carabineers. They have infantry, even artillery. This is a nice commanding area. And you can see already the coalition falling back. They don't want to take this. They can maybe go for a different point of, you know, attack. This is the 11-pointer. They can take it. Either that or they're going to wait for the one of the UKs to push over. Now, France, interestingly enough, they were garrisoning themselves here, I think, bracing for a UK push. The UK have shifted across the river. It looks like the general's over here. Cav is scouting, which I actually really appreciate that they scout. I think it's always wise to scout with your cavalry. You need to know what's happening. You can see they have a nice screen set up to see, you know, what is going on, where the enemy is moving. Because if the Russian and UK forces are converging on this small town, this 9-pointer needs to rush across the river to help defend the town, because this town is actually an anchor point for the defense of the city, and the LOC, you know, for this whole fight kind of ranges around this town. Looking at the LOCs here, you can see there's two 1-pointers in the town. There's a 4-pointer on each side. Looks like they did send over a unit to this 4-pointer. And there's 2 more 1-pointers in the town, and there's a 3-pointer up here on the hill. It's a strange place to have such a strong LOC pointer, but actually I've seen some epic fights for this. So we do look like we have the Austrians already starting to fire here. Nice skirm screen pushing forward, some Trilliers pushing up as well. I do love the Trillier uniforms. Very flashy, very eye-catching in my opinion. The drummer has the grip though. Out of all of them, the drummer has the grip. Imagine going to a party, a work-related party, dressed with those dreads, you know? Flashy. Now, okay, nothing else really happening yet. Russia is pushing though. Okay, so Russia's pushing. You see this 9-pointer is shifting across. That's very good. I'm surprised they have not shifted these Austrians over behind the wall as Russia's pushing forward. Light infantry through the wheat fields. There's a small contingent, 4 small light infantry units. More infantry, musketeers pushing across as well. The 7-pointer is not at all prepared for this attack, although Russia is advancing in force, so this may be the true first assault here as Russia goes for the town. Russia being the probably best melee-capable faction on the coalition side to close in with the French for this melee. Now, the coalition over here taking their time. They set up artillery, quite a lot of artillery. The UK is pushing up on the flank just because France is right here, right in front of them, and they probably, you know, want to make sure that they protect their left flank, using the river as maybe a border. But yeah, Russia definitely, they are the ones making that first push, and this 9-point France should have been moving a lot sooner. This may end up being an extremely messy fight for the town. Some grenadiers may have to, you know, I'm surprised Russia's taking a slower approach. However, on this side at least, they have the wall. They have the defensive position to be able to pour and fire and drive back the French, but they also don't have the luxury of waiting too long because France, the 9-pointer, is going to push over here, and they actually can walk across this whole river. Oh! Okay. Alright. Let's see if there's actual attack. Let's see if this is actually a clean attack. Because that's like we're gonna have that push. And Austria, they need to make their cav up here. If you ever see a column, especially French infantry moving, you need to get your cav up and close, get ready to charge directly into that French line. At the same time, they gotta watch out because they are going straight for the flank here. So this battle is getting pretty ranged along the entire line. Oh, the Portuguese, okay. Austria's panicking a little bit. I can almost feel it. You know, they're shifting over reinforcements. They're running away from that. Let's see. Over here, are they doing anything? Now you see France is actually pushing across here, making a stand. Russia maybe is going to go for melee. I am not sure.
Our general
But here we go. We have some troops going straight in from the Austrian line. But where's the reinforcements to follow this up? There we go. They're pushing it up. Just a second. I can call that. Austria should be pulling back already. This is bad. Quite literally a like gapping blow. I mean, they have pulled back, but this side has not pulled back. Especially with cavalry now charging directly in on the lines. This is not looking too good. Now we do have a counter charge with the cavalry from the UK. Don't know where they're planning on going. They're going to smack right into two lines here. These guys can counter volley. Hopefully these guys are careful here, but this is turning into a bit of a mess. UK throwing in their cavalry here. It's turning into a bit of a mad brawl. Mad melee here. I'm over here. Not the melee that is happening on this side, so I'm going to keep going back over here. We do have the French charging in, still going once more at the Austrians. Austrians throwing up more cavalry now, as well as infantry pouring in some volleys. France is having a little bit of redlining, but Austria honestly is having a little more of the morale breakage. This UK may need to pull back just a little bit because their whole flank's exposed. Their ally is actually, he's managing to actually pull back some of his army, but still, this is turning into a bit of a mess. Nice charge, though, with the cavalry. They didn't want to swear with that grenadier, though. Now's the time to charge in the back of this French line with cavalry.
The men are fatigued. Must rest a while.
But Austria is actually managing to get a lot of his troops, artillery, and all that away. He has two brave regiments just standing up and just pouring in volley upon volley on the French. Now we did have, it looks like the French did a bayonet charge with grenadiers. Two different fronts charging against the Russians. Russia is going to try to get a nice bayonet charge on the side here.
Our men are running, sir.
Something I'm going to try to do in the future, probably won't happen in this video, is capturing both sides at the same time and splicing them together so I'm not missing too much of one or the other. But unfortunately, don't have time at the moment, but that's something I'm going to probably try to do in the future so we catch it all at once. Just like Russia is mass routing against the 7, which, wow. This town fight not going well. I mean, they have nice volleys being poured on the flanks of this Russia. Absolutely shredding them. Russia's still trying to outshoot. They did lose this flank quite badly. He's getting outshot by France, Italy. You get the horse artillery set up, but Russia may need to fall back and wait for the UK to make a push. Fall totally back as the mass route starting to trickle. You can see starting to trickle down all the whole sides, and Russia may actually mass route here. Now France is creating some distance just because this UK has artillery set up, cavalry and infantry already, and France doesn't want to exhaust their troops, which are all very tired. Even over here, they got to be cautious as Austria is still very, very, very dangerous. In spite of the town's burning. Well, that's not good. Yeah, we have the French to push back this first initial attack the coalition have made. Oh, what the heck is happening here? Alright, so it looks like heavy cav maybe trying to go and crash in here. He has some UK cav trying to destroy the French cavalry that was in the back. This heavy cav would be perfect right here. But, oh man, Russia's got to lose big here. They are losing really, really badly. This is the time to pull back. The UK has formed up here, so Russia should pull back across the river, in my opinion. Pull back, just reform here. Although, oh man, this crosshairs get the charges off. Oh, the heavy cav may actually wreck a bit of this French army, but Russia needs to learn when to pull back, and that is the time is to pull back is now. Pull back and reform. This Austria, despite having lost so big, still holding as best they can against the French. You can see the redlining. The UK may need to take over here. I mean, they've already taken over, but if Russia falls back across this river, they'd have reinforcements set up across the river. Things could be okay. You can see already over here they actually have cavalry that seems to have done a bit of work here. I don't think they lost any of it. This artillery is going to get charged here. This France-Italy is pretty healthy. So far, things are looking pretty good for the French. At the same time, though, they have taken some losses. Mostly the losses were in the center. However, in comparison to the Austrians, they haven't taken that many losses. But they still have taken some. Austria, however, managed to get themselves away, which is well done. Their spot is a terrible this artillery. Look at that. It's literally hitting the quality. They need to reposition it. Now, they may not have a chance to yet. I would pull it back and set it up over here. Right there. Fire directly on here. Clear up some lines. Oh, do we have cavalry charges? Yes, we do. Cavalry charges over some skirmishers. Like I said, the UK have set up, and now they are the ones taking on the French, and they are going to do quite well, guys. They are going to do quite well.
Our men are running.
You see, they are already breaking up this French army. They just got to go slow and steady at this point. That's all it's going to take. Russia needs to just buckle themselves down, take hold of this flank, not push, and I don't think the UK should be pushing either. They should just wait for the French to try to mass up and then shoot them. Now over here, France is pulling back in the center. The artillery has been set up. They lost some of their guns. The artillery has been set up, though, for the coalition, so that is actually forcing back the French. And you see over here, things not going as well for this French army. They definitely are running into a little bit more resistance. Because this UK brought some chunky Portuguese lines, which you don't get to see very often. No one brings Portuguese. I do hear a roar of musket fire, though, so, you know, we definitely have something happening over here. And that is the UK making a good stand. They came just in the nick of time. At this point, this France needs to push super hard on this flank. If they want to win this one, they need to push. This French army should have kept going, I think, against Austria, maybe. I'm not sure, but right now I'm seeing, unfortunately, France is being starting to be a little too passive. They could have meant to go, and they should have continued it up against Austria and not let it get away. Maybe issuing out of the town at the same time. Granted, they were fighting Russia, so I guess they could have done that. But it looks like the coalition is stabilizing, and that is not a good thing. When they have stabilized after suffering such a heavy defeat, that's not a good thing. This French army definitely is still pretty strong. Like I said, they're fresh now, so they're pretty rested. I'm concerned about this side, to be honest. I think this France is going to get absolutely shredded.
Our men are running
by the UK. Artillery is shifting up too. You can't let, the coalition is getting their artillery up, and that is going to make it even more painful for the French, especially if the coalition takes this hill with artillery, which is at the coalition exactly what I do. This is what the UK is doing. Set them up right here, and then you force them back. You need to fire into the town if needed. And look at this. The UK have set up, guys. Totally set up. good. If the UK are meleeing you, which they definitely can, and it's very dangerous still. The cavalry pushing in. Oh no, the second pusher. He needs to fall back. Try to let the UK get into a town fight where their shooting may not be as important. But right now, the UK are just going straight at the 7-pointer. It says 7 versus a 9. We do have the 9-point France-Italy. Now, we do have the 11-pointer pushing over. This is the weak spot. They need to make a push here. Just keep marching. I would have kept marching here. Try to get some cavalry with this artillery, but keep marching. Ignore Austria if at all possible. And I would abandon this side if at all possible. But I honestly, I don't have. I'm a little worried for the French right now. Despite the initial good shot. The French had a good attack in the beginning, but man, things are turning backwards so fast with the UK showing up. They need to fall back. Just keep in mind, guys, the coalition is down basically almost an entire Russian army. That is Russia right there. Yeah, they fall back, use the town for defense. I think they'll be a little bit better off than it would otherwise be. But, I mean, honestly, this is a kind of tough place, and I kind of get the feeling the French don't really know exactly where to attack. Maybe they do. Maybe they're shifting. It looks like they may be shifting over. It may be wise to also just fall back and use LC and force the enemy to attack you. You can always shift reinforcements over to this side where the UK are pushing really hard. Obviously, being on the offense is better than being on the defense. That's something I always will say, and that's what I try to practice. That doesn't always happen. Obviously, in the French side, it is not wise to go on the offense. You're going to die. But with a lot of resources and being faster moving than the coalition, it may be wise idea to try to shift somewhere to be able to then shift that up. Now, this UK brought these chunky Portuguese units. Not the greatest, but they hold the line quite well. They're not going to inflict tons of losses, but they are going to hold a decent amount of time, especially if you have some arguments like, you know, this. Kind of inspired. Uh-oh, we have more Trilliers going in for the Portuguese. Oh, they could just die here. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Our men are running.
They got shot in the face. And, yes, charging frontally on the UK is pretty bad. Usually it's going to just make you cry when you watch all your men just drop and die. So, that's alright. I mean, they don't have any cav. That's the thing I'm starting to notice here. The French have nothing for cav support. Look at the coalition, though. They have plenty of cavalry. So I'm assuming the French threw away all...
Our men are running, sir.
I don't know when they did. They must have thrown it away at some point. Oh, we have the Black Watch. Going into melee. Highlanders taking on some guard. Royal Guard conscripts. And this Russian cavalry seems to be such a pest in the side of this French army. And then the artillery firing. Russia is still a thorn in their side. This 7-pointer should not be, in my opinion, trying to go out and outshoot the UK. They are going to die. The units are kind of small at this point. They have 40, not even 50 men each.
Our men are running.
They're just going to die. The UK is stronger in a lot of areas. Now, they do have a little bit of cavalry. Oh, let's see if this cavalry makes it. No. They are going to die before they ever make it, unfortunately. They got canistered right in the face. And I think the coalition, if I was Austria, I'd be starting to counterattack. And that looks exactly to be what they're going to do. This UK even is pushing. They are outnumbered a little bit. They are pushing ever so slightly, and the artillery dominance is just there for the French. have an artillery dominance just isn't there. It's just chunks, like massive, really good infantry. That's not enough. Look at this grand battle. What are you gonna do against that? You know, there's only a couple things you can do. You march around it, march away from it, but you never stand in front of it. Like I said, if France just pulls back, oh, they do have artillery. Just pull back to the side of the hill, so it would be safe from that artillery. This is LOC. Pull them towards it. Sometimes you gotta abandon your artillery to save your army. You know? But I am seeing maybe a push here. France, Italy pushing troops over, massing right here. I still say that Austria is the one to go for. They are the weak link. They are battered and bloodied. Maybe the time to attack them. We still have Russia actually coming back here. They're like, ah, you thought you were afraid of me. Now they're back. And going on the offensive, this, as you can see, is not going very well. They should fall back, use the fence, force the UK to attack them. But we do have a push, a little bit of a push here. Potentially even over here, a push. I'm not sure. They gotta do something at this point. The coalition have it in the bag unless they do something. This is where you push the infantry up. The cavalry's tying them up. Push up that massive infantry. Push the third. 79. Push them forward.
Our men are running.
There we go. That's the push I'm looking for. So, they are pushing up on the flank of Austria. That's in the gap where the artillery's been firing through. That's a good sight. You can see the Austrians are starting to break a little bit here. This 7-pointer is just getting absolutely slaughtered here by the UK shooting. Austria is being forced to fall back. This is where France should have honestly had their reserves and just throw forward, try to break over here, start mass routing these
Our men are running.
But I honestly think they don't have enough forces at this point. Running deadly low. Deathly low on reinforcements. Russia is pushing here. Oh, France, fall back, run away.
Our men are running, sir.
Yeah, you see Austria just pulled back and France was unable to pursue. The only place they're actually engaged right now is right here in the UK. They have a flank and they're shooting them almost point blank. On this side looks like cavalry is charging in, and then the UK are just pushing forward. This actually is not a wise idea by them. And I don't know what. That was not a good decision. The general throwing himself in, Jean-Baptiste throwing himself in. We have some Swiss grenadiers as well trying to stop this UK attack. The UK trying to push through on the flank. This infantry has still held strong. Artillery actually still supporting the side. And actually the right flank is looking a lot better. Like I said though, the center still is looking quite dead. Especially Russia now curving in on the flank. I think a 7-pointer is going to last another 2 minutes at the most before where they are encircled and destroyed. However, France seems to be countercharging here. Oh, Jean-Baptiste is going for the artillery. Now, he may die to cavalry from the UK, but still, part of his artillery piece is now gone. And, oh wow, General Staff getting...
We have killed their general, sir. Now they must raise.
Yeah, I saw that. The UK just got run over. The UK and General got run over by Jean-Baptiste cavalry. Look at this General Staff. Look at this Chad. That's just... He's doing what he can, trying to kill as many troops as possible. And, yep, well, it's been not even a minute. And 7 Pointer is sadly dead, got totally surrounded here. And their left flank is basically non-existent, so the town has fallen. France looks like they're trying to go straight toward the enemy now. Cavalry countercharging here. That's like death. Austria's still in this fight, though. But with this French army, you know, they have been, this actually could still be a French victory. You know, they still could win. Now, there is 36 minutes remaining, so there is tons of time left to fight before even thinking about LOCs. Maybe it'll come down to LOC. Oh, what? Is this the 7 Pointers General? Yeah. The 7 Pointer has finally been killed. And now it's up to this French. I think there's the 9, 8, and 11 Pointer all together here. Although Italy, is France, Italy here? He has a couple units left, not very many. I don't know. This still looks like this could be a coalition victory, but not an easy one for them. So cavalry's trying to harass the French, trying to fall back and reorganize. Polish coming in clutch, guys. I'm telling you, the Mistral Legion, one of my favorite French units. Look at these guys. We'll see. Now, the French
Our men are running, sir.
Push a little bit into the town to defend the LOC, or hold this 3 Pointer and the 4 Pointer, and just keep away, force the enemy to go into their guns. They don't need to be taking this firefight. I don't know why they keep advancing into a meat grinder. Fall back, let your guns, these guns, limber up, bring them over here with these guns, and these guns, set them on the hill and pull back. Force the enemy to go into your artillery. You don't need to take a firefight with an obviously dominant shooting power.
Our men are running.
Italy and Austria have some very good shooting stats. Now let's look, we have the UK shifting over their reserve line to the town. They're very strong still. They have a lot of troops, probably a lot of healthy troops that are well rested.
Our men are running, sir.
And that's not going to make it easy for the French here. We do have a cavalry charge as well. Oh, they did lose. Oh my gosh. They may still lose the artillery. Nope. Wow. That was scary for a second, because these artillery guys probably is what's going to help a lot. France can pull back and let the artillery just start punching away at the enemy. Oh, more cat though. And this artillery may not last. You gotta see this coming. I'm sorry, but you gotta see this Russian. Here comes the UK. See, they're going right at them. They've fallen back sooner with the artillery, even falling back more infantry. But man, this is gonna start really killing this UK. But man, where's the French reinforcements? They don't have very many left. There's some Fusiliers way over here. All right, if they're gonna fall back, I'm just gonna hit the fast forward button here at this point. But yeah, I think the biggest mistake, and I think the French should have followed up this attack on Russia once they won. They should have gone to melee a little sooner, using Grenz, I think. And then they could have swept back Russia and hit the flank. And the UK were not going to this flank. They actually went directly to the center here. So if Russia had folded, it would have let them be freed up and they could have pushed around the flank while the 9-point France, Italy could have pushed up here. Looks like we have some brave...
Our men are running, sir.
Yeah. Grenadiers trying to make a last stand here. However, like I said, guys, LOC-wise, it is still looking to be a French victory. Just the field is not looking as promising. We have a crazy general. What are you thinking? LOC-wise, though, like I said, it's...
We have killed their general, sir. Now they must break.
I'm curious what the coalition is going to do, because they have to take this 3-pointer. They have plenty of time, guys. 28 minutes remaining, and they are shifting over here on the right. Look how healthy this UK is. I think they're still going to win this. Well, I guess we'll have to see. Like I said, I'm going to keep fast-forwarding. If it's just like a, a shoot back and forth, then, I'll keep it fast-forwarding. We do have... Oh, no. I saw that. Have some Austrian cavalry in the back lines. Austria has retaken their position from, where they first broke. That's impressive. Look at the reserve line they have. They have a lot of fresh, healthy troops still. They were saving. Here comes the UK up on the flank where the artillery isn't. All they gotta do is take the 3-pointer and then take a 4-pointer in basically 25 minutes and they'll win. Which I think is not a hard task to do. Anyway, guys, I think that's gonna probably be, how it's gonna roll. I guess we'll see in a second. Keep fast forwarding here because it's going so slow.
Our men are running, sir.
Yeah, I would hold by this LOC and let the UK try to smack themselves up against the 3-pointer. Maybe they'll lose some forces here. The artillery, well, nearby as well. Like I said, there's it looks like there's some French units, some Swiss. Gonna save the day. Some clutch Swiss. Dang. Well, unfortunately they broke, but now we broke some Russians. These guys, I pulled them back into town. Man, this poor town has seen quite a bit of bloodshed. Alright, if the UK are going to go for the 4-pointer, then I'm not sure what's happening here. Is that the general? No, it's just some units way over here. Holding that 4-pointer. And then holding the 3-pointer, guys. Holding the 3-pointer. That's all they have to do. If the UK just pushed up on an angle with Austria, they can take this. However, if artillery's hitting this, I'd keep guys in there and let them destroy it. And then, you have it in the bag. We'll see in a second here. Let's see the last defense. Man. That's some bloodshed. Sheesh. And I would keep pulling troops back. Oh, I would pull all this back. Force them to get into the LOC. People don't realize that LOC does so much damage. Those guys are the most sheltered out of anybody, and they can just constantly pour in fire. It's beautiful. I thought the cav was going to do something. Alright, there we go. For a second, I thought it was about to crash or something. It was like a whole froze, went slow motion. But here we go. 20 minutes remaining. Oh. Wait, are they in here? Did they take the LOC? They did. Alright, well. Guess we'll see here. Kind of a desperate defense. Imagine these guys on the wrong. Rolling over the hill. Austrians rolling over the hill as well.
Our men are running.
Cavalry looks like they're charged in, but you know they got shot by the best LC. You see what I mean? See what I mean? Look at that. Beautiful. Uh-oh. The mass route may trigger this LSC to break, though. Uh-oh. Guess we'll see in a second. Oh, what? No, they're breaking. Send it to the Vistula Legion. Send it in. Take that L and 3-pointer and hold it. Rats. They're taking it.
This building has fallen to the enemy.
Well, unfortunately, I mean, they still have a 1 and 4-pointer, but they just lost their infantry, so they just have 4 points versus 3 points. So, it's just a matter of time to see if the coalition go and take a 4-pointer. If so, then they win by LOC and battle. If not, then the French will win by LOC, but the coalition will win the battlefield. So I may just skip ahead to see what exactly will happen there. And, wait, did they take them out? I think they took them out. Yeah, they pulled them out. Well, that's a good sport, I guess. They're like, you know what? You guys won. I'm pulling the troops out. All right, well, then I may just skip to the end results because there's 2 units left in the whole field. So let's just skip to the end. All right, guys, so here's the results. Like I said, this one was sent in by by Pan playing as the 11-point France. Good game, even though they did lose. They had some good plays. Just unfortunately, we're able to, I think, follow it up as best possible. And I don't think they brought a lot of cav, which may have helped, or they lost to the cav in the beginning. I'm not sure which. I'm going to see actually a lot of cavalry in this 11-pointer army. Yeah, I don't see any cav. No, there's 1 cav. We have a C4. And then we have a C7. And another C7, another C4. Okay. I'm assuming they probably got engaged at the very beginning. Cav fight. Like I said, there's a reason I don't like the cav fight, like huge cav fights, like when I play. Not that I don't enjoy watching them, but when I play, I avoid big cav fights. Because you can lose big, and then your cav's gone, and then when you do infantry pushes, there's no cav support. And I think they had some cavalry for the first push, but after that, and that one obviously went well, but after that, there was nothing they could do. So, anyway, we'll pull up the results here. You can see on the French side, you have the 8-point France España, played by Argens, with 12-13 for the kills. You have the 9-point France Italy with 476. You have the 7-point France Russia Sud with 847, and of course, Pan with the 11-pointer with 1257. On the other side, you have the 9-point UK 1614. You have the Austria with 953. The France or the Russian 9 with 1122, and then the other UK Portugal with 683. So, you know, got some good kills. Like I said, you know, I did say there would be some juicy kills, and you know, I hope my reputation is that I don't disappoint. But anyway, guys, that'll be it for me today. Thank you all so much for joining me. Hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. You know, if you want to support the channel, you can leave a like, comment. If you're not subscribed, you can help me build my subscriber base, build the channel, make it bigger, make it more well-known, give a lot more attention to this mod. But anyway, you guys have a great rest of your day. Happy holidays. And, you know, if I don't post another video before Christmas, Merry Christmas to y'all. And I hope you guys all have a safe and pleasant time with your friends and family. So, that's it. Yeah, you guys have the rest of your day. And I'll catch you all in another video.